Don't just simply take a bunch of stuff that you hear from Twitter and all that and apply it to your life. It doesn't necessarily always make sense or apply to you. So here's one, and I see this mostly by the FI guys, so financially independent with the ability to retire early. The guys that want to have no credit card debt, no mortgage debt, Dave Ramsey type of method. And they say, hey, if you're going to be financially sound, or if you're financially literate, you are going to, brown bag it. You're going to bring your lunch with you instead of going out and actually going out to eat every single day. Think Chipotle, or think even a decent, steakhouse for lunch. It depends on sort of your income level. And so to that, I say, well, no, not necessarily, because it really depends on where you are in the financial sort of spectrum. If you're making, let's say, $15 an hour, then of course it doesn't make sense for you to go and spend $15 on a Chipotle, which you could probably go to the grocery store, buy similar things, make food, and then bring it to work. However, if you have, advanced degree, if you are a business owner or whatever, if your time is, say, worth $200 an hour or $300 an hour, or like in my wife's case, $500 an hour, it would actually be completely insane in financial sort of malpractice for her to go drive her to Walmart, go to Publix, whatever it is, buy a bunch of groceries, go home, prep all of those, cook, put all of those into little containers, and to bring her lunch, and then to figure out, even just throughout the day, where am I going to go heat this lunch up? Where am I going to? It would be financial malpractice. What some people do with their finances is completely different than what other people do with their finances, and that's perfectly okay. There is a group of people that brown bagging it and actually saving every single penny makes a lot of sense, normally for people just starting out. But for a vast majority of people, it actually makes no sense whatsoever. In addition to that, I would actually even say to you that it makes sense for you to sometimes go to higher end places that serve, organic products, Whole Foods, that type of thing. Whole Foods being the actual food, Whole Foods, without all the pesticides and chemicals and all that, not the grocery store. But it makes sense for you to go spend, $35 on a piece of salmon and some broccolini or whatever it is than it is to go to McDonald's, because if you grow up and you don't have diabetes and you're not overweight and you're relatively healthy, the amount of money that you'll save and the longevity and the life experience that you'll have, I think far outweighs whatever you're saving because it's just a quick eat at McDonald's. So I'll just say this to you, and the overall theme here is not necessarily even on lunch. But if you're looking online and you're searching through Twitter and you're seeing all these different things and people are like, well, you should just go out and eat, or you should just go, save and brown bag it. You should pay off your mortgage. You should not pay off your mortgage. You should pay off your credit cards. You should not pay for credit cards. Buy a house, buy a car in cash. Don't buy a car in cash. Drive an old beater. Drive a G-Wagon because it's tax deductible. Keep in mind that all of those are very specific to people's situation. Financial literacy, the path and journey that you're on is very specific to your to your sort of situation. If you're new and you're young, yes, you might brown bag it. Yes, you might drive a 10-year-old car with 100,000 miles on it. Yes, you may not take a whole lot of vacations, those types of things. If you're mid-range, you might go, well, a nicer car makes sense because I need it for business and it shows well and that gives me more deals. If you're higher end, you might go, hey, I need a G-Wagon because it weighs so much and I might be able to get a tax deduction, which might make sense for my business. But that doesn't make sense for everyone's business. Keep in mind that what you hear online, you want to just take little samples of it, especially what you hear even on this channel. Your situation, the best thing you can do is sit down with somebody that knows about financial literacy, that knows about building a financial plan for you, and to go through your specific situation and to make something for that season in your life, which that'll probably change in 3 years, then 5 years, and 10 years. You're always constantly changing that plan. Don't just simply take a bunch of stuff that you hear from Twitter and all that and apply it to your life. It doesn't necessarily always make sense or apply to you.